Happy Wednesday, 9 News Meteorologist Laurann Robinson here with your afternoon forecast and more of the same. Yesterday we had a little break from the heat for the first day of October, but it's back this afternoon and through the rest of our forecast. Today we could be seeing low 90s across Denver. 82 already at DIA. Sunny skies, a little bit of a haze aloft, and that's going to be from wildfire smoke due to out in the neighboring states near Salt Lake City, I believe. But that wildfire smoke likely to stay aloft, so we're not looking for any air quality alerts, but it is going to be a little hazy. Now, outside of that, it's going to be hot. 82 degrees already. Winds right now coming in from the west at just 5 miles per hour, but we're seeing those temperatures all across the Front Range climb into the 80s, some areas in the 70s, but those areas will be warming up as well. We're in the 50s and 60s up in the mountains, a little cooler there, and then 70s across the western slope. If it feels a lot hotter than it was yesterday, that's because it is. Yesterday we dropped into the 70s, and today we're climbing back into the 90s. So we're seeing roughly 20 to 30 degree temperature change in the last 24 hours. Denver is 23 degrees warmer than we were just this time yesterday. 24 degrees warmer in Colorado Springs and Lyman. 25 degrees warmer down in Pueblo. With all of this warm, dry weather, we do have fire weather alerts in effect for northern portions of the state. Now, this is going to be in addition to the dry, warm air out there. It's a little gusty with winds coming in at around 35 miles per hour. So we're going to watch for those red flag warnings to stay in effect this afternoon through around 7 o'clock this evening. That means increased fire weather danger for the northern mountain ranges all the way into the northern Front Range and northern eastern plains. We're going to watch for increased fire danger. Outside of that, very dry, not a whole lot to look at across Colorado. We're going to continue to see those sunny skies today. A little hazy, but overall pretty sunny. We're clear overnight tonight, and then as we go into the day tomorrow, we're going to see more sunny skies for our Thursday. We're going to be a tad bit cooler, but still above average for this time of year. This afternoon, we're looking at those highs in the upper 80s and low 90s across the northern half of the Front Range and eastern plains, middle 90s to the south. It certainly does not feel like October out there. 60s and 70s in the mountains, upper 80s out west. Overnight, we stay pretty mild. Most of our lows in the 40s and 50s. A couple areas dropping into the 30s like Lyman there. We're going to see more 30s in the high country, 40s and 50s across the western slope. So the next few days, we continue to stay above average. Our seasonal high this time of year is in the middle 70s. Every single day is above average. Today, we're likely going to break a record high. Our record is 88 degrees. I think we see 90s, so we're going to break that record. We're going to continue to add to our ever-growing list of 90-degree days this year. Tomorrow, we cool down into the upper 70s, and then we start to climb back up as we move toward the weekend. We'll be approaching record highs on Friday. I think we could beat another record high on Saturday, and then into the beginning of next week, we're going to see pretty mild weather stick around with those temperatures in the lower 80s. Again, still above average for this time of year, with our seasonal highs being in the middle 70s. So we're going to continue to just watch for this sunny, dry stretch to continue. We don't have any rain in the forecast, which is unfortunate because we could use the moisture out there with deepening drought conditions and the red flag warnings. But what we will do in the meantime is make sure that we're being very fire aware, especially in those red flag warning areas where we don't want to exacerbate any sort of fire conditions, because the dry conditions along with those gusty winds could spread any fire pretty rapidly. So we will continue to watch for a couple more chances to break record highs as we go through the next 7 days as well. Of course, you can always stay up to date with our latest forecast on 9 News. I'll have your forecast coming up here at noon. We'll also be back at 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And if you can't catch us on air, you can always watch us online on 9news.com and on the 9 News mobile app. Have a good day.